Episode 1 of The Love of My Life. It started like every other Monday. The bustling streets of Lagos were alive with impatient drivers honking, hawkers weaving through traffic, and the sun casting a golden glow over the city. I had just gotten a new job as a content creator at a growing media company in Lekki, and I was determined to make a good impression on my first day. As I stepped into the elevator of the building, a tall man in a neatly pressed blue shirt rushed in just before the doors closed. Our eyes met for a second. He had the kind of face you don't forget, calm, assured, with tired but kind eyes. "Good morning," he said, giving a small smile. "Morning," I replied, trying to sound confident. He pressed the 5th floor button, the same as mine. "You work at Elon Media too?" he asked. I nodded. "Today's actually my first day." "Ah," he smiled wider. "Welcome, rookie. I'm Raymond, the in-house videographer." I laughed softly. "I'm Amelia. Content creator." The elevator dinged and opened. I didn't realize then that this simple interaction would shape the rest of my life. Before we continue, please like, comment, share and follow. Over the next few weeks, Raymond and I became inseparable at work. We collaborated on projects, brainstormed ideas late into the evening, and he always bought me gala and la casera when I skipped lunch. But Raymond was quiet about his personal life. I didn't know where he lived, if he had siblings, or if he was seeing anyone. Still, I caught him stealing glances at me when he thought I wasn't looking. He'd often linger a bit longer than necessary after meetings, and sometimes our hands brushed when we reached for the same pen. One evening after work, as rain poured heavily on the roof of the office, he offered to drop me off. We sat quietly in his car, the hum of the rain cocooning us. "Amelia," he said, eyes on the windshield, "you ever feel like some people just fit into your life like they were always meant to be there?" I turned to him slowly. "Yes. I do." He looked at me then, and in that moment, I knew. We didn't need to say more. Before we continue, please don't forget to click on the follow button. Raymond and I officially started dating 3 months later. He was thoughtful, never flashy, but always present. He remembered little things, how I like my bread slightly burnt, how I slept better with music playing low, how I hated mornings but loved sunrise photos. He took me to Ijebu to meet his mother, who welcomed me with pounded yam and egusi, calling me my daughter from the first day. We had dreams. We wanted to start a media agency together. He promised we'd travel Kenya first, then maybe Paris. We even started looking at apartments in Surulere. For the first time in my life, I wasn't scared to plan the future. Because I could see it, with him. Please click on the follow button before we continue. It was a Friday. Raymond hadn't come to work. That was unlike him. I called, no answer. I texted, no reply. Around noon, a call came in. Unknown number. "Hello, is this Amelia?" "Yes. I'm calling from General Hospital, Ikeja. Your number was saved as Raymond's emergency contact." My heart fell. By the time I got there, Raymond was unconscious. A reckless Danfo driver had knocked him off his bike the night before. He was in critical condition. Broken ribs. Head injury. For days, I barely slept. I held his hand, prayed beside him, and sang our favorite songs. I whispered all the things I never got to say, how I knew he was my home, how I couldn't imagine a world without him. After 2 weeks, he woke up. Weak, groggy, but alive. I cried and kissed his forehead 100 times. "You came," he whispered. "I never left." Please, like, comment, share and follow me for more stories. Recovery was slow. He had to relearn how to walk. There were days he broke down, frustrated, angry at himself. But I was there. Through therapy sessions, through nights he cried out in pain, through every little step forward. He proposed to me on a quiet Sunday morning. No fancy lights. Just us, and the way he looked at me like I was the reason he survived. "I may never walk perfectly again," he said, his hand trembling as he held the ring. But I'll spend the rest of my life standing by you. If you'll have me. I said yes. Not because he was perfect, but because he was mine. And I was his. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and follow. Years have passed. We now run our own creative agency from home. Raymond walks with a slight limp, but he still dances with me in the kitchen. He still brings me burnt bread, still watches the sunrise with me every morning. People say fairy tales don't happen in Nigeria. I laugh. Because I live mine every day with Raymond. The love of my life. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share and follow me for more stories in episode 2 of The Love of My Life. Bye for now.